Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke has an engagement ring headed her way. Ridge will also see some peril while some alarm bells go off for hope. There's been a lot of talk about the forthcoming trip to Italy, but it'll eventually be time to protest off the special position shoot occurrences that have been promised. Ridge, Brooke, Nick and Eric will all be part of the action in Naples and Capri. Brooke would have preferred to have Ridge by her side. Nick will really put in trouble when it comes to seeing her. There'll be plenitude of fun scenes as Nick treats Brooke right and promises her a devoted path forward. Nick will indeed buy an engagement ring for Brooke and plan to propose to her. It'll be intriguing to see how Brooke reacts if Nick actually has a chance to get down on one knee. Nick will take Brooke out on a boat as promised, but that could lead to some trouble. It looks like there'll be a water accident involving Brooke, so Ridge will catch a regard of the peril and dive to the deliverance. Ridge's covetousness and the life-saving charge ahead, he wouldn't be suitable to deny his passions for Brooke any longer. Ridge will surrender to the reunion Brooke's been staying for, but what about Nick and Taylor? Nick will presumably have to sail off into the evening alone sooner or laterly. As for Taylor, she'll face the Ridge heartache she hoped she'd no way have to face again. Hope bound to struggle with some precariousness following Daphne's return. Hope may witness some close moments between Daphne and Carter that could add to any covetousness and doubts that bubble over. Grace will feel cornered thanks to all the reservations that start piling up. Bridget and Finn, Grace is going to face further questions and enterprises about her strange jest. All signs point to Grace scamming Liam into allowing he to brain excrescence and also scamming Bill into paying $1 million for a fake procedure. Grace can't get down with this, so it should be Finn who eventually takes the lead and exposes her deception. Will Grace get arrested or maybe try to flee? Daphne's return will beget some complications for Hope. Brooke puts on an engagement ring, but from which man? Brooke, Nick, Ridge, and Eric. Brooke has enjoyed seeing Nick and Ridge fight over her. Indeed, though Ridge claims it's not covetousness and is marrying Taylor, the study of Nick with Brooke gets under his skin. Nick will bring along an engagement ring to seal the deal with Brooke. He'll spend some time in magical Italy seeing the golden first, however. That offer could include Nick popping the question on a boat, however, that could explain how she falls in the water, if Brooke gets startled or surprised. It might not be Nick but Ridge who saves her. Nearly losing Brooke could have Ridge confessing his true passions. This could bring ground together in Italy, but this happens when Ridge has to face Taylor back. Daphne's return will beget some issues for Hope. Steffi wanted Daphne to come back for the incense line. The nose easily still has her sights set on Carter. Finn and Bridget platoon over. The two croakers will be determined to find out the verity about Liam's unforeseen phenomenon. It could also allow suckers to see what Grace's motive is. I don't suppose she did it for the plutocrat. I suppose she could be in peril. Perhaps someone is buying or blackmailing Grace? There will also be Sheila, who's devastated she didn't get to say a final farewell to Luna. Luna might not be dead after all. Could Lee let Sheila in on her little secret? Finn will have a bad feeling about Liam Black request brain surgery, and he'll begin asking questions. Grace do commodity shady during Liam's surgery? Keep reading to find out. Bill will modernize Liam's musketeers and family. Steffi and Hope will be thrilled when they hear that Liam's secret brain excrescence surgery was a success, but Finn isn't buying it. Finn knows a lot further about cancer and excrescence junking than Hope and Steffi, or indeed Bill Spencer for that matter. The good croaker will be thwarted when Bill announces he saved the day and paid Grace to remove his son's excrescence. Red flag number 1 is Finn formerly knew the excrescence was inoperable. Grace is a croaker, not a phenomenon worker. Someone suspicious in the medical field can tell you that no bone is sent home to recover lower than an hour after brain surgery. The odds of Liam indeed surviving being moved this soon are slim to none. Finn is on the case, and determined to get to the bottom of what happened to Liam while he was in surgery. Is it possible that Grace didn't remove anything and prevaricated and told Bill she did in exchange for $1 million bones? Or indeed worse, did she do some irreparable damage during the dangerous surgery? It's veritably possible that Liam isn't cured, he could still lose his battle against cancer. Grace made him worse. Liam after his surgery. But, is anyone going to admit Luna's death or indeed plan a burial for her? Finn may not have been attached to Luna Nozawa as a father would be, but they're still relatives and he has known her for her whole life. Finn has been sidetracked by Liam Spencer's shady surgery, but is he indeed going to admit the fact that his son is lying in the morgue on a sword table? Steffi could hang to leave her hubby if he honors the girl that tried to kill her doubly. Finn will be torn between doing the right thing as a father and the right thing as a hubby. Luna in a good light. It's hard to have empathy for a cold thoroughbred killer. There were several layers to Luna and easily some internal health issues. Poppy did do some serious damage to Luna over the times. Poppy is going to tell her that her son was shot and killed? If anyone owes Luna some kind of keepsake, it's her mama. She was far from innocent, but Luna was also failed by the grown-ups in her life. Sheila will continue to mourn her granddaughter's short life, despite the counter-reaction she receives from Luna's victims and their families. Will she fight to give her a proper burial? The mood is light at Forrester Creations. That's because Eric and Ridge are planning a business trip to Naples. It'll be life-changing for everyone, indeed for a certain couple. Eric is making sure everything works out to his norms, indeed when it comes to his son's love life. His plan is for Ridge to gutter Taylor for Brooke, formerly again. He's playing Cupid just like he tried with the fashion show. Eric is still inspired by the former trip to Capri in the late 90s. During the boat lift, Brooke wore a white marriage gown. She wore the looker during the launch of the House of Forrester. In a private discussion, Eric got ballsy with his son. He told him that he was happy and wanted Brooke back in his life. What also didn't help matters was that Ridge told Brooke that Nick couldn't go on the trip to Italy. His reason was that it was a business trip and he didn't like Nick. Brooke wants to move on from her life, but Ridge wouldn't let her. He doesn't suppose Nick is the right man for her. When she asked who the right man was, he refused to answer. What will Brooke do? Will she defy him and invite Nick? We buzzing about Liam's miraculous recovery. Not everyone is in a good mood, however. Sheila kept her mind off Luna's death by working, indeed though she's still recovering. Cleric doesn't feel any empathy for Luna since she killed 2 of his stylish musketeers. Lee stopped by and eavesdropped their discussion. She realized that she wasn't the only one mourning Luna's death. Sheila has also been in mourning. Indeed though she's also a killer, she still feels bad for losing her granddaughter. Will their grief bring them closer together? We'd love to see them come stylish musketeers. It seems like Lee is still keeping a secret. She looked suspicious during their discussion. Lee informed Sheila that Luna was formerly buried. No burial services were held, which is odd considering some people would have liked to pay their felicitations. Lee keeping a huge secret. Liam's family is girding his bed. Hope tells Liam the procedure was successful. Steffi follows up saying his excrescence is gone. Finn says he looked over the reviews himself. Liam is rightfully stupefied and overwhelmed with emotion as the reality wetlands over him. He breaks down as Steffi tells him they're all going to grow old together. Brooke is going over the diary for the transnational trip and freaks out when she realizes the social media blast went out. Everyone will be awaiting them to actually go, which is in question with Liam's current condition. Ridge says it's all good to cancel and Taylor agrees they need to be flexible so they can support their daughters and spend as important time with Liam as possible. Just also, Katie and will run in and tell them the amazing news about Liam's recovery. Elektra is talking to Ivy when she realizes how distracted she is. Ivy says Liam's condition makes her question everything. She can't make sense out of Liam dealing with being shot by a lunatic and having to deal with brain cancer. Elektra asks about how close they used to be. Ivy says Liam supported her at one of the smallest points in her life. His current death judgment has made her realize how important she has missed him all these times. Grace receives a textbook from Bill thanking her for helping to save his son and how he's ever obliged to her. Grace responds with an upset look. Bridget walks in wanting to talk about Liam being discharged. She can't believe she'd do such a thing so soon after his surgery.